What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for some more Battle Maison Super Singles. Today we're going to be trying to get up to battle number 40, or I should say a 40-game win streak. So we'll see what happens. We are going to be taking team number 2 into the action today, which means we get to see Mega Metagross, Raikou, and Tornadus T putting in some work again. So we have 35 wins so far. And we'll see if we can build off that. Hopefully, we don't run into a lot of hacks, because last time we kind of did. We had the freeze with the Venusaur. For whatever reason, like, the Mega Pokemon just get hacked. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's ridiculous, basically. In the grand scheme of things, though, we really haven't run into too much hacks overall. So, I'm pretty happy with how things have been going. That doesn't mean that things can't change, though, so we'll have to see. I don't care for children. They're noisy and selfish. Well, okay then, this will be fun. This will be fun. Madame Marie Noel is going to send out an Exploud to start things off. And we have our lovely Tornadus T, which cannot OHKO this thing with anything. I probably can 2-hit KO it with an Air Slash, just because I am Life Orb. And that's what I'm going to go for, because I don't think this can KO me with anything either. I don't think Ice Beam is going to be enough. So that does well over half. And we do not get the flinch. Actually, this is Ice Punch. Physical Exploud. That does a lot. Thankfully, we don't get frozen, though, because I can just take you out with an Air Slash. I think I can take one more turn of Life Orb damage. Pretty sure. I mean, is it worth it, though? I probably can just go right into Metagross. But it depends, though, because then I don't know if a Bullet Punch will kill from there. I'm just going to U-turn. That's what I'm going for. We will go for the U-turn. I guess I should have just went for Air Slash there. What was I doing? Should have went for Air Slash. I would have killed. I would have survived the Life Orb turn. And now this Exploud gets a hit off. So that was probably pretty silly on my part. Not the way I wanted to start this off. Making bad plays already. But he's going to Ice Punch me. And that's not going to do anything. And we're not going to get frozen, because we're just not. We met our quota for freezing in the last episode. So we're done. Now a Bullet Punch will definitely kill. And, I mean, I guess, to be fair, U-turning, I guess, could have been a decent play, just because now I can kill it with a Bullet Punch and not have to worry about potentially missing an Air Slash, because with my luck, that's exactly what would happen. So this at least 100% ensures the fact that that Tornadus is going to stay alive, although there was a higher chance for me to get frozen by the Ice Punch at 10% than there was for me to miss an Air Slash at 5%. So if I'm playing the percentage games, I still made the wrong decision. So it doesn't matter, though, because Exploud is gone, and we are going to be able to hit this up with a Meteor Mash, which does a lot. This thing has Shadow Ball. That just kills. Of course, because a critical hit. Of course. Of course, because Mega Metagross gets hacks all the time. Oh my goodness, the poor Mega Pokemon. I swear, like, nothing else gets hacked. Everything else is fine. It's just the Megas that have issues. Poor Mega Venusaur, poor Mega Gross. Anyway, Eelektross here is not going to be able to take a hit from this Raikou, unless it's like Assault Vest or something. But we're just going to fire off a T-Bolt, because it is our most powerful attack. It gets the stab and everything, and Eelektross is going to go down. Hopefully we didn't need Mega Metagross for that last Pokemon. And it looks like we don't, because it's an Empoleon. So I can just go for a Volt Switch here, because I don't want to get, like, yawned or anything. Or if this thing is like physical Empoleon, I don't want to get EQ'd. I knew that Thunderbolt was not going to be able to kill this thing anyway, because Empoleon is pretty darn fat on the special side. He is going to fire off an Icy Wind that's probably just going to kill me. And it does, so Tornadus is going to go down. And that means we can just go right back into Raikou and fire off a T-Bolt, and that will win us the match, because there's nothing this thing can do. The only type of priority it gets, I believe, is Aqua Jet. We may see that here. No Aqua Jet, no mixed Empoleon. I mean, that would have been pretty cool to see, I guess. But it turns out that critical hit on the Metagross meant absolutely nothing. So we get through the first battle relatively unscathed. If that's the worst of it, we're going to be in a fantastic position. I'm actually kind of expecting this episode and the next one or two after that to be quite difficult. Of course, 2 after this I think would be the last one, because we get to 50. Yo! Oh, that's all he has to say. Just yo. Well, alright then, let's get into the battle. Tyrell, he's going to start off with Embor, and that is fine by me because I am pretty sure that an Air Slash is going to be able to take you out in one hit. Pretty sure, so I'm just going to go for it because, yeah, why not? Really don't have much to lose there, and that's just going to be a dead Embor. That's not a critical hit or anything, but that HP bar sure did drop very, very quickly. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's a Tornadus. What do you expect? So, yeah, I don't know what I expected. That was a rhetorical question to myself, which is strange. But we have Auroras here, and this will actually take a lot of damage from a Grass Knot, but I don't know that it would kill. So I don't know if I want to go for that. But what am I going to switch in? I mean, Metagross, I guess? Yeah, I mean, that's probably the better play because U-turn plus Bullet Punch will probably just kill this thing. That U-turn actually did a lot, which is, I mean, that did a little bit more than expected because it just did. It just did, because I don't think I am a negative special defense or defense nature. I'm pretty sure I'm timid, so U-turn's power does get decreased. But we see the Hyper Beam with Refrigerate. That's going to hurt, but it's not going to kill. Oh, just kidding, it's going to kill because of another critical hit. What is this? Poor Mega Metagross. Why does this happen? We see the Life Orb, so it doesn't really matter, though, because this thing can't attack this turn. So we can just hit it up with a Grass Knot here. Why is the universe against Metagross doing anything? Like, why is that a thing? So, Grass Knot is going to take it out. I really hope that Grass Knot wasn't an OHKO, because if it was, I just wasted Metagross. But I definitely would have been able to take that if it wasn't for that crit, though. Pretty sure, because that's a resisted hit. I know it's still Hyper Beam, so I don't know. It would have done a lot, that's for sure. But we see Caracosta coming in here, and that is just going to die to a Grass Knot, of course. It could have survived with Sturdy, but it looks like it is the... Does it get Swift Swim? Might get Swift Swim. I only ever see it Solid Rock or Sturdy, though, so I guess it doesn't really matter one way or the other, just because it just dies to a Grass Knot. And if it didn't die to a Grass Knot and killed me after going down to the Sturdy, we would have been able to take it out with Raikou afterwards. So that's that. Look into my eyes, that's it. Breathe deeply as I count 1, 2, 3. Why? Why do I need to do this? I know how to count. Psychic Uberto. Oh, I like that name. I like that name a lot. Slowbro is here, and these things are incredibly annoying. Grass Knot will probably do a decent chunk, but it's not going to kill. And he's going to be able to set up Trick Room, most likely, and I can't do anything about it. So I will Grass Knot just to see how much that's going to do. And that does well over half. That did a little bit more than anticipated. Oh, and we get a little bit lucky there because he goes for the Blizzard. If he connected on that, that would not have felt too good. I mean, it's a non-stab move, but I am offensive and not Assault Vest. So, yeah, we're going to finish him off with a Grass Knot either way, though, so that's great that he did not set up the Trick Room. Most of the time, that's what they do. He has Slow King and Slowbro. This is definitely going to set up the Trick Room then. So I think I should probably U-turn out. I mean, U-turn plus a T-Bolt from Raikou will probably kill this thing. Wow, that did a lot. I mean, I am Life Orb, so I don't know why I keep getting surprised that it does so much damage. Don't have a lot of experience using Tornadus T, though. So, anyway, I'm going to go into Raikou here, and I'm assuming he's going to set up Trick Room. Yeah, there's the Trick Room. So, he will be able to outspeed us the next turn, and I'm not really worried about this Slow King. He's probably just going to hit us up with, like, a Psyshock or something like that. We probably need to go for T-Bolt to get a kill here, because it is a Slow King. So, he's actually going to show off the Surf. But, yeah, I'm not too worried about this Slow King, because I'm Assault Vest, so I can take that. Would have been worse if he went for Sasha. He actually takes that T-Bolt. But I'm more worried about what's going to come in afterwards, just because of that Trick Room being up. So I think, do we Volt Switch? I guess we can just Volt Switch, as he is going to show off the Psychic this turn, which should do right around the same amount of damage. It kind of stinks that we have to take that extra damage, but it does allow us to burn an extra turn of the Trick Room, which could prove to be handy. I don't really know. So we've burned 3 turns already, so there's 2 turns left. I am going to go into Mega Metagross here, though, and we'll see what happens, as Alakazam is going to come out, so this is going to work in our favor because we're actually going to outspeed it this turn. I may just be able to kill it with an EQ and not have to risk missing the Meteor Mash. So I'm going to go for that because we outspeed this turn, and yeah, that's pretty funny. But if he's Focus Sash, we can just Bullet Punch him, and that'll be that. So that actually doesn't even bring him down to a Sash. He tries to Trick because he is choiced in some fashion, but that's not going to work on a Mega Pokemon, and we are just going to finish things up with a Bullet Punch. So he had all 3 of his Pokemon being Psychic-type users. Slowbro, Slowking, and Alakazam. Excuse me. And Alakazam. And, yeah, the Alakazam kind of seems out of place on a team with 2 likely Trick Room users. But I digress. Moving on to battle number 39. And we'll see what they have here. The secret to my Pokemon strength is their food? Is that what he said? Specially designed food? Okay then, I mean, thanks for sharing your secret. But we're going to see Tyranitar start things off. The last time we saw one of these, it was a very dangerous T-Wave Fling T-Tar that nearly O-code Mega Metagross. Because Fling is actually, I think, Tyranitar's most powerful stab move when it flings an Iron Ball. I think it's even more powerful than Stone Edge, or it's on the same level. So what should I do here? I guess just U-turn. Grass Knot is never going to kill. No Sandstream, so this is Unnerve. And that U-turn still does a solid chunk. I don't know if that's going to be enough to allow us to take it out with a Bullet Punch, just because Tyranitar has like base 110 physical defense or something along those lines. And he does go for the Stone Edge this time, and that's not going to do too much. Thankfully, we do not get critted. Not that that really would have mattered too much. I should outspeed either way. And if he's Choice Scarf, he just has to go for Stone Edge again, so I'm not really scared of that. So we can just go for a Meteor Mash. Really no reason to go for the Bullet Punch here. So if we miss the Meteor Mash, then we could be in trouble because, yeah, he might go for Crunch. But thankfully we do not miss, so this T-Tar is going to bite the dust, and it really didn't put in too much work against our team, so that's great. Just a little bit of chip damage on Metagross, which I'm fine with. Hydreigon is going to come out here. I do outspeed this, naturally, so we can just go for another Meteor Mash here, and unfortunately we're going to miss, but thankfully for us, they go for the Taunt. Why are you taunting Mega Metagross? Are you thinking like I'm Rock Polish or something? But I outspeed you anyway, so I'm just going to go for the Meteor Mash. That does like 90%, and we see the Flamethrower come out, which actually is not enough to take us out. Kind of surprised it didn't just go straight for the Dark Pulse, which probably would have taken us out with that stab boost, but we can just now go for a Bullet Punch, not have to worry about missing another attack, and Hydreigon bites the dust as well. So now, of course, what has been a regular throughout this challenge has been Eelektross. They're everywhere. We've seen so many of them, especially in the last couple of episodes. But this Zen Headbutt does a solid 70%. He's going to take us out with a Wild Charge. So I don't know if this is the same set we've been seeing. No, he doesn't show lefties, so this is something different than the other ones that we've been seeing. But we can go right into Bolt here, and we should be able to finish things off with an Extra Sensory. That will be our most powerful attack to hit this thing with. We do resist the stab anyway. Actually, that's not enough to take it out, but he is just going to go for the Brick Break. He really doesn't have anything that he can take us out with anyway. So we can just go for another Extra Sensory. I wonder if this was an Assault Vest Eelektross. It didn't show Life Orb or anything. And now we get a meaningless crit, because that's how the game works. Like 90% of the crits you're going to get in your favor are going to be meaningless. So that was battle number 39, which means we have one more left to go in this episode. And, yeah, after this, we only have 2 more episodes left, unless we lose next time. Or this time. I mean, we still have 1 battle left. Who knows? Who knows? How much time do you spend raising each Pokemon? I think you asked me that already. Pretty sure we encountered the same guy a few episodes ago. But anyway, he's going to lead off with a Staraptor. And we have our Tornadus here, and we do outspeed this. It's good to know that he's Intimidate and not Reckless, because that means things like Brave Bird will be doing less damage. But I feel relatively safe going into Mega Metagross here. I mean, he can't really do much to me. I resist the stabs. So, and I have naturally high physical defense. He could, like, close combat, but I don't think he's going to go for that on this turn with a Tornadus out. Yeah, he's just actually going to go for the Giga Impact, which probably will still hurt. Yeah, that does over half, despite being a resisted hit. That's crazy. But we are going to get a free Mega Evolution off here, and we have 2 chances to hit a Meteor Mash just because we do naturally outspeed this after Mega Evolving, and I am running Jolly, so we should be fine here. Unless this thing is Focus Sash, and we missed the first one, but we don't miss the first one, so we're good. We are good, and that's just going to be an Oko, and we actually get the attack raise. How about that? Now that's interesting. Will we get it to, will we get it? Will we be able to put it to good use? We might be able to, because he's going to go out into the Abomasnow. And that pretty much means that we're going to be able to Oko this thing with a Meteor Mash. We may have been able to do that anyway, but now for sure you're going down, unless it's Focus Sash. Oh, it is actually Focus Sash. Focus Sash Abomasnow. That is rather interesting, and he's going to go for the Focus Blast and miss, which is unfortunate because I'm pretty sure that combined with the Hail would have been enough to take us out, and now we can just go for a Bullet Punch. And so we're kind of sort of taking advantage of this attack raise, which is nice. So he's got 1 Pokemon left. We will see what it is here in a second after we get buffeted by the Hail. It is going to be Carbink. So yeah, that's definitely dying to probably a Bullet Punch. I'm just going to go for a Bullet Punch. I mean, Carbink has like base 50 speed, so there's no reason for me to do that, but I just didn't want to miss because that could have prolonged the match unnecessarily, but that's going to be a victory for us. So we have a 40-game win streak, and we're well on our way to number 50 here. So that was fun. We're going to take a break, of course, because we've reached our 5-match quota, or should I say batch, since that's what I always want to call them. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a break. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you are leaving a like, rating, or a comment, or whatever you would like to do, of course. And I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.